Hello and welcome back to the Geeky Grapplers podcast. It's been a very hot minute since we've done one of these. I am your host Ian, and I am joined once again by my wonderful co-hosts Cthulhu, Flipper, and Breaker. Guys, God, it's like I've not seen you for ages in the context of Geeky Grapplers. How have you all been?
We talk to each other almost every day.
Nearly every day.
That's why I said in the context of Geeky Grapplers, because to the Geeky Grapplers viewers, we don't talk outside of Geeky Grapplers.
Okay, yeah, but we don't actually see each other either. We're VCing on Discord.
This is true.
I live in America, but we literally can't see each other.
You're American?
I mean, I guess if I turn on my video chat.
No, stop. It's too much editing. But yes, welcome back to Geeky Grapplers podcast, where we talk about all things geekdom. That's not the thing I say all the time, but we're gonna roll with it because I don't have it in front of me. Boys, there's been a lot of stuff going on. So again, this episode is very much going to be just rolling through a lot of the really big news, and just kind of giving our thoughts and views, a few tangents, things like that. You still have the same like free app sales rep, merch reviews, and stuff like that. So there's a bit for everybody, but I'm going to take the stage for the very first piece of news because it involves me. As of April of this year, I have officially debuted as a professional wrestler for my home promotion, House of Pain Wrestling, under the name Raveboy Damian Dawson. Here is a picture of me in my attire. Don't I look swanky?
It'd be great if that's one of the pictures he forgets to put up.
Don't I look swanky? Image not found. But yeah.
Oh my God, he's the Invisible Man!
Secret's out, it's me. Invisible Stan can suck my Wow,
okay. Guess we don't want to be monetized?
Nope.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, just wanted to get that news out of the way, and down in the description you will find the link to our Season 3 stream of House of Pain Wrestling. I am on episode 1 and 2, but number 2 I'm playing a manager, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, so it'd be very nice if you guys could go and check out my debut. Thank you very much. This is feeling like I'm humbly bragging, but it's been 2 years since I started training, so fuck you, I really want to talk about this.
Don't say fuck you to our audience.
Too late. I'm the villain of this piece.
You play face.
Shush. I play face in the crowd, but then inside I'm a dick. But yes.
He's hinting at his heel turn here in the podcast.
Any other big news? There is big news from my side, but I don't want to hog this bit.
No, go ahead. Let's hear.
I mean, we've had an extension put in our house.
Excellent.
I know this is now an office I'm in, so I might be way echoey compared to the usual.
For now, but
there's no furniture in here.
Yes, and now he'll have enough space to make a recording bit for himself, so he can get like a microphone and stuff. Hooray! So while Lulu's house has been getting an extension, I just straight up rented a place. I've rented my first apartment. It's very cool. I've been here for like 2 months now. Only just really sorted out my council tax today, but let's not talk about that. Yeah, so awesome. Just loads of cool things have happened since March. Did we do the last one? Because it was before WrestleMania.
March was the last one because we didn't do Mania, and the last thing we did was you were very salty over Revolution.
That was true. Which is very good that we've come back to the pay-per-view that was 2 weeks ago or last week? 2 weeks ago? I want to say 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago. Sweet. So, but before that, we're going to go through the main news, especially the title changes and retentions, but there hasn't really been many retentions other than the obvious ones that we'll be discussing later. But the big one that's been put in italics and big bold writing is that Shingo Takagi is the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Lulu, yes, I'm going to let you have the floor.
Yes. I'm just genuinely shocked they actually put it on Shingo, because I started watching the match at Dominion, which was 4 days ago now when we're recording, thinking, yeah, this is going to be a good match, but they're going to put it on Okada and just leave it on Okada and have Okada hold the belt and just holding pattern, basically, because, God, they've had shit luck with the champions. And then Shingo won. I'm not necessarily sure whether it's because they wanted someone new, because every person who's held the IWGP World Heavyweight title has been a new champion. Ibushi was a first-time champion, Ospreay was a first-time champion, and now Shingo is a first-time champion with the belt, with a top title. So that might be a trend they're trying to keep with it, is that they're putting it on new people, or if it's just because Okada's quite, worn down, because he is. You can tell his back.
I was going to say he's really tired now at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, I think he needs back surgery or something. Yeah, really good match. Great match. I mean, it's a Shingo match. And, I love fucking Shingo. He's great.
Absolutely. Yeah, Shingo has been really great. Like, in most matches I've watched of him.
Absolute workhorse. Absolutely fantastic wrestler.
Well deserved.
Really glad that he's got it, yeah.
Absolutely.
And his first title defense is going to be against Ibushi at some point.
That's going to be good. Let's hope
that's going to be a great match. Yeah.
There is another title change before I talk about this one, but I'm going to talk about this one first because we keep it in New Japan. Dangerous Tekkers, consisting of Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr., have won the IWGP tag titles from GOD. Are we happy about this?
Yes, it's New Japan's tag division. Who cares?
Yeah, this is true. New Japan's tag division is a bit meh, but you know what? Dangerous Tekkers are a good team. GOD are a good team. It was probably a good match.
Do we want to mention the other thing with Tekkers now?
Yeah, might as well.
Miho Abe's back.
Miho Abe is back.
And ZSJ's now third wheeling them, which is quite funny.
You know what? I really hope it turns into a story. Not a love triangle, but just like a, yo, stop ogling at this girl and let's focus on winning kind of story.
Wow, Ian, you think that Holy Emperor Taichi or Zack Sabre Jr. could be distracted from their duties?
This is true.
By Miho Abe?
This is true, yeah. Suzuki would not let them have that.
Or that Miho would have eyes for anyone except Taichi. This is disgraceful, Ian.
Yeah, no. I agree.
This is why you're not going to get in Suzuki Gun. Suzuki Gun are going to kill you.
yeah. We'll see. Maybe I didn't want to be with them anyway. I'll take over. Make it Dawson.
Well, now you're definitely not getting in.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not getting in. But we've also had, as well as title changes, we've also had debuts, mainly for the AEW division. Mark Henry has signed to AEW to be an analyst for the AEW Rampage show that starts in August. That's a pretty good signing. Mark Henry is a very lovely chap.
I mean, you could say it's a pretty big signing.
Yeah, it's the world's strongest signing.
We got all the jokes in.
We did.
Actually, that's all the jokes we had written down. It was, yeah. So, see you next time.
See you guys later. Bye. But we can't go yet because on last week's Dynamite, is last week's Dynamite, we also saw the debut of Andrade El Idolo. Oh boy, guys, I'm excited. I'm very excited to see Andrade on AEW.
My favourite thing was watching Dynamite and having you lot talk over his debut, because my brother had told me beforehand, there's a debut on Dynamite, because he's a dick. And the crowd and you guys were all talking over Vicky Guerrero.
I don't remember doing that.
It was because we were watching it with some friends who are just getting into wrestling, and a lot of them, and they already know who Vicky Guerrero was. So we were explaining why she's in AEW now, at the same time that she's going, "I have a new person. It's Andrade."
It was so funny. The crowd were booing and chanting over her doing this as well,
which is the stick of Vicky Guerrero, because they want her to say "excuse me."
But the fact that you were explaining the things to them and having it be talked over while the crowd was talking over her, and you both missed the debut, and I was going, guys, there's a debut happening. Guys, there's a debut happening.
Shut up. But no, I'm very excited. Not particularly sure what he should do first, because I don't think it makes sense to him to go against Kenny for the title. I know he is going against Kenny for the AAAR title.
That's in August.
But that's in August. So they probably might they might build on that feud. We'll see. Because they've also got to think about Full Gear that's coming up. No, it's All Out first. Full Gear's after that.
First, yeah.
There was also another AEW debut and also retirement because Leo Rush was the Joker for the All Elite Casino Battle Royal. And as of a few days ago, he announced on Twitter that he is retiring. I believe there's some injury involved because I think he's going for some form of surgery.
Yeah, he's retiring because of an injury picked up in that Battle Royal.
Yes. Which is very unfortunate, of course. I was quite excited to see Leo Rush as the Joker. He was definitely not one I expected. For one, it solidified the fact that the AEW New Japan relationship is still good. Because obviously he's been on Strong a lot. But it's just very unfortunate because he could have very easily slipped into the middle card division of AEW and kicked ass. But best of luck to Leo Rush, of course, and hope for a very successful and safe surgery. Best of luck. And then we get to some sad news. I say sad news? Yeah, it's very sad news, actually. Since March, there have been, quite frankly, a shit ton of WWE releases. Because according to most people, they're having to cut some budgets down. Which kind of came out of nowhere, but okay. So I'm going to rattle off the first section, and then we'll have a quick talk. So we had the spring cleaning releases of The Iconics, Mickie James, Chelsea Green, Tucker, Kalisto, Bo Dallas, Wesley Blake, and Samoa Joe. Well, yikes. There's a lot of people on that list where I was like,
Samoa Joe stood in the rain for them in Florida and got fired a week later.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe was in a raincoat in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He wore a poncho for Vince McMahon.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, as well, extra controversy for the spring cleaning releases, of course, was that Mickie James and I think a few others received their... basically received all their stuff in a bin bag, which thanks for your long-term service. Now,
good luck on future endeavors. Here's a bootmark on your ass.
I think that WWE have done really good though to be he's fucked off now. They've got rid of him and all that.
Yeah, it was the head of talent relations, wasn't it?
And it's just bad luck. It's just a very bad look for them to be that's the head of talent relations. Oh boy. But fair enough to them. They have sorted it out. One that we've kept in the middle of all this, Velveteen Dream got released. Whoop whoop.
So some good news from this.
Some good news from this. Yes. We're not going to dwell on this for a long time. If you haven't heard the news, go and look it up. But then was it about a month ago now, or a few weeks ago?
It's a couple of weeks
ago.
Yeah.
They also did even more releases of
some big runs as well.
Some very big ones. Santana Garrett, Ruby Riott, Murphy, Lana, Aleister Black, and Braun Strowman. Double yikes.
The fact they got rid of Strowman.
Yeah.
They're all people who should be the WWE guy.
He was for a while.
He has the perfect WWE look, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Entirely. Big man, strong, whatever.
Yeah.
And Alistair, who they'd literally just started a program with.
Exactly.
With him and not Kofi, with him and Big E.
Big E.
Yeah, for the IC. Yeah.
Was it US?
Oh, is it? I don't know. I don't watch WWE.
It's one of the mid-card belts.
Yeah. But yeah, the fact it literally had 2 weeks of a program and then they sacked him.
Yeah, exactly. Aleister Black was the one that came out and said it was budget cuts, and I mean, I think the rumor was that Braun Strowman has a massive contract, like a very, very large sum of money. So if they're trying to cut some costs, Braun Strowman was kind of it's going to help us with a bit of a chunk of money coming from them. But looking at the rest of them as well, Murphy, Ruby, Lana, Santana, that's some really good upside to any promotion that ends up getting them. Ruby Riot's genuinely one of the most underrated women's wrestlers because they never gave her a chance. She's got such a unique look. Like, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Murphy is a very, very good serviceable wrestler. Like, he's freaking great. His knees are really good. And Lana will probably end up with Miro, but Lena is fine.
Lana ended up being good and started improving wrestling as well.
That's the thing. Lana, the amount of shit that people give Lana, she got really good at the end. Like, she was very serviceable, which is very, very good. As far, looking at all those releases, I mean,
I really hope Alistair ends up in New Japan at some point.
I like the little caveat that you put here that basically their no-compete clauses run out before All Out.
So if there's a battle royale, especially because there is a women's one, or there's like a 9-person ladder match or something like that, and there's a mystery participant, they're quite likely to turn up there.
This is
And
true.
they all run out on August 31st, I believe.
In fairness as well, looking at some of the names there, most of them I would be happy with in AEW, honestly. Like, obviously there's a few there that obviously we kind of wouldn't expect, but there are a lot there as well that are they'd fit perfectly in AEW. Kind of before we move on to the rest of the news,
I was going to say,
go on.
Wasn't there a rumor of Vince McMahon willing to sell WWE to, I think it was NBC or?
That's the rumor. The rumor is that Vince McMahon is trying to sell WWE from him. I can't see it happening because Vince will die at the wheel. Vince. Yes, Vince will die at the wheel, and that is how he will have it. So yeah, it's the big rumor, but honestly, I don't really see it happening.
Because it's Vince,
yeah. We're gonna leave Double or Nothing discussion until the end of the news because obviously it's the big discussion. Just a small thing I want to add for wrestling is now that indie shows are finally coming back. If you feel safe enough to do so, you maybe have got your vaccine or anything like that. If you feel safe, please go and support your local promotions. We desperately need it. Everyone is looking to get back on their feet, and it's very, very hard to get people back, especially when the capacity has to be cut in half for now. So if in any way, please support your local promotions. Please support your local talent. Anything you can do would be so helpful. But obviously, only do it if you are safe to do so, and obviously capable financially, physically, whatever, or everything like that. Good positive message. PSA. Support indie wrestling. Because good God, we need it. Anime manga news. Literally, there's only one thing: is Kiryu Koko is graduating from HoloLive. Boys, take it away, because you know I don't know shit about HoloLive.
Breaker, do you want to go? Because you know more about Coco than I do.
I didn't really watch Coco that much. I watched her, but not exclusively. But it just felt all of a sudden she's just graduating.
We should say by graduating we mean leaving here.
Yeah,
she's no longer going to be a VTuber under HoloLive
until she leaves in July 1st, I believe.
Yeah, her last stream is on July 1st. The reason why it's so strange and so sudden is because she's kind of the reason why HoloLive's a success, and especially why stuff like HoloLive EN has happened.
Yeah, she was a big supporter of HoloLive EN.
Yeah, she's not only has she been collabing with a lot of the EN girls, but the fact that she was doing English streams because she was fluent in both Japanese and English brought in a lot of English-speaking people from other countries to watch HoloLive.
Yeah.
Absolutely fair.
Right. And if you look into it, it's kind of really sad, but just all the support. Just go watch her until she leaves. Support them.
Yeah, because she's really funny. She's really good, Coco.
Yeah.
Support local HoloLive girls.
We gotta get those Akasupas somehow.
Exactly.
I love Ian doesn't get that joke.
Nope. I'm just gonna say yes, sir, and move right on to the next bit of news. Video games, video games. King of Fighters 15 has been delayed to 2022 due to the rising COVID in Japan. I don't know King of Fighters, honestly.
It's a yeah, everyone. This was like another shocker, but everyone. What kind of like upsides? Everyone's like kind of agreeing with. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, of course. Like, if there's going to be problems with COVID, then obviously, yeah, take as long as you need. Like, Jesus Christ, don't work through it. Good God.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
obviously.
This KOF is like looking really good because like it looks. They're still like revealing characters like as of yesterday, I believe.
Nice. Fair enough to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for another fighter that not KOF really, Guilty Gear Strive is releasing, I believe, either today or tomorrow.
There you go. Go and have a look at it. Breaker's recommendation. He is the fighting games expert in fairness. Out of all of us, he is definitely the one that knows a lot more about fighting games.
Yeah.
But the big thing for video games is that Summer Games Fest was yesterday, as of recording.
Yep.
Sick.
It's out of E3. It's E3 week.
Woohoo! I didn't watch it, but you guys did.
Yes, we did.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm just going to read off the notes that you've left me, and then you guys can talk about it. So, Tiny Tina's Wonderland is being released early 2022.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. It's seeming like it's a full game based off of the fourth Borderlands DLC, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep, which is one of the best DLCs I think I've ever played in any game. It's looking like a fantasy kind of background for the like same Borderlands type of shooter, and it seems like it's gonna be really interesting.
Hell yeah. I mean, I've not played a lot of Borderlands. I played a little bit of it, but hey, it's fucking popular as shit. Metal Slug Tactics?
Yep.
Yeah, Metal Slug has come back.
Yeah.
Sick.
As a turn-based game.
Yeah, it's like the Final Fantasy Tactics on GB. I think it was on GBA or XCOM, but pixelized. It's one of those. It looks really good.
Nice. Ryan Reynolds epic
Support Theo.
Ryan Reynolds epic gamer movie. Has it got a release date? Or
I don't remember.
Was it just more trailers?
The trailer came out last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's been out for a while.
Yeah, it just got shown here for some reason.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, special cameos from Ninja and Jacksepticeye.
And Bigamy.
And yeah, that one as well. Yeah, good job.
It's written by the guys who made Deadpool, so I'm guessing it's either gonna be fun. It's funny.
It's fucking Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is great.
Taika Waititi's also in it, so.
Oh, hell yeah.
He is?
Yeah, apparently, according to the cast list on Wikipedia.
Oh.
Hell yeah. That's definitely...
There you go. That's definitely
to say I don't watch movies, that's definitely a movie I want to watch when it comes out.
Yeah. It's like kind of Sonic movie, because I only watched that because I want to see if it would end up being a train wreck, even after the upgrade it had. And it actually turned out a pretty good movie.
Mm.
Nice. 2 Point Campus?
That's really good.
So the people behind 2 Point Hospital, which is the like update modern recasting of Theme Hospital, I've decided to make one that's school based, basically.
Okay.
You're running a school. It just looks interesting. So it'll be the same kind of thing where it's like Theme Hospital or 2 Point Hospital, where it's a management and it's light comedy and a bit of a piss take. It'll be fun.
Hell yeah. I do like games like that on the odd occasion. And school settings are interesting, if a little overdone. Gungrave
You with a hot
Gore finally gets a release date of 2022. Don't know it, honestly.
I think that's me again. So this game is kind of weird because the game was first announced in 2019.
Oh God.
Yeah, and then it got delayed to 2020, and then 2020 happened, and it got delayed again, and now we've finally got something,
Next
and now
year.
it's set for next year. I'm just glad because after playing the first Gungrave on the PS2, it's just a super. It's like those arcade games where, like Time Crisis, but you just destroy everything and you're insanely. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like Time Crisis with like first person. It's like you move around and strafe, but like you just destroy everything. Like
I like it.
it is. It's like you're stupidly OP and it's the best kind of OP.
Hell yeah. I do
Even-
like OP games like that. It's very fun.
Yeah. I got lucky finding it in just my town.
For sure.
Yeah. Also, it actually spawned the anime. The game came first, and then the anime came out.
Hey. Don't see that happen very often.
Yeah.
A game I actually know. Payday 3. They're getting a third Payday. Do people still like Payday?
Yes.
Yes. I've never
Do you
played
not?
it.
Yes, they do.
I've never
I still
played
play it. Like,
So there's still content coming out for it until like. But it's actually no, they're still coming out with content for it. I thought they'd finished it, but no, they haven't. They're still.
yeah,
making
didn't they
content.
just figure out like a Saints Row thing? Like,
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh, hell yeah.
They did.
Yeah, that game is now that game series is now like a decade old. The first
Yeah,
Payday,
it's
the heist came out in like
crazy old,
2011. It's
Oh.
great.
I really like Payday. I've just never got around to playing it. Mainly because it's very much like a multiplayer game, and I've never really had any friends that have the same console as me, or
Well, have you
playing.
considered getting it on PC?
No, because my PC
me and Flips have it on
is
PC.
wank.
yeah, me and Lulu play it together on the
Yeah.
PC.
I can't. I won't be able to play it on PC.
Well, that's your fault.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
PC
Is
Master
it Tales
Race.
of Arise?
Arise.
Damn it! It was Arise or Arise. I took a 50-50 shot and got it wrong. They got a trailer released. Does it
You
look good?
lose. Good day, sir. Yeah, it looks really good. I only just recently got into the Tales games, and first one, highly recommend Barista. I actually forgot it.
Nice.
But yeah, I recommend that. Recommend it. It looks really good. Stand that theme all night.
Hell yes. We also have Planet of Lana. I'm expecting somebody to shout it the way it's been typed on my notes, but who's
Flame
taking it?
Breaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was
very
me.
good. Planet of Lana. Never heard of it.
This is, if I'm remembering correctly, the one where I looked at it and thought, "Oh, this looks like an artsy game," but there's something weird about it. And then it's like it's hand painted. All of the designs hand painted, so it looks really pretty. No idea how the game will actually be itself. It looked like a platformer, like a Limbo, or
It kind of looks like Eco in a way.
yeah,
Ooh,
something. Yeah,
okay.
but it is all hand painted and like these really nice glossy oil painted
Mhm.
backgrounds.
All right.
It looks really pretty.
I like the sound of that. I love pretty games, man. So good. Overwatch 2.
Yay.
I'll be honest, I turned my brain off while this was on because I don't care
Yes.
about team
Yeah.
shooters. I'm no good at them.
I like Overwatch. I'm pretty excited. It doesn't seem remarkably different. Like the most I've seen is that it seems like the UI and some of like the powers are different, but I don't know. I personally haven't noticed much of a difference from the first Overwatch.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like the new designs as well don't really mesh with me because that new medic guy just looks really just generic, like generic space healer. I wouldn't say.
Ah, yes, generic space healer. I don't know. I just only play Diva, and that's how I play Overwatch.
That's fair. That's how most people
There you
play
go.
like hero games like that.
My spirit animal's a 20-year-old Korean girl.
Yeah, we'll put that in our quotes eventually. Just remember that for later, guys. Weezer, the band.
Yes.
Wait,
They did a
actually,
performance. Yeah.
Yeah, the actual Weezer.
It was god awful.
I
oh,
wouldn't say awful.
Yes,
God
it
awful.
was.
It was awkward, I'd say.
poor Weezer.
Because the game they were advertising, it kind of looks like a mix of Tony Hawk and a shooter.
What?
It was Speedboat Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very,
They were doing like
very-
Tony Hawk style tricks on a speedboat, and it was in the background, and they were singing over it, and it was just
Yeah.
awkward, and it looked like
Also,
only the
sorry,
drummer wanted
again.
to be there.
yeah.
Right, I see. Poor Weezer. God damn.
No,
my
they
God,
should have
it's
they phoned
pizza.
in the performance.
They got paid for it. Oh well.
Yeah, exactly. They've just phoned it in. It was crap. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Breaker is very adamant that we talk about this next one. 2B is in Fall Guys.
Are you going
For
to read the rest of the note?
yeah, also known as proof that God is dead.
What?
Apparently, that's what's on my notes.
To be and everything that's attached to her is just naturally amazing.
Yeah. I wrote that as a joke, but yeah, apparently Fall Guys is still alive, and now 2B's like in it.
Sick.
Good. This is the closest I'll get to playing Fall Guys.
You'll look at it and go, "Yes, I can play as 2B at some point."
Yeah.
If I choose to.
I think the
Hey,
funny
cool.
thing,
Nier Automata's in Fall Guys. Guess I'll go play Nier.
the funniest comments I saw of it was, this is the closest Nier's going to get to the Switch, and knowing Yoko Taro, this is somehow connected in the timeline of Nier.
There's going to be a way, isn't there?
This is after like ending like Q or something, and it's like
2B ended up in Fall Guys.
After fishing for too long, 2B fell asleep and woke up in Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
it's after the ending where you eat the fish.
Damn, that's a magic fish. Evil Dead game. I've never kept up with Evil Dead.
You should. It's really good.
Yeah, there's for some reason there's an Evil Dead game that sort of looks like it's trying to be Dead by Daylight or the Friday the 13th game.
I haven't played either. So this is actually a good first impression.
It's like a players versus monsters versus like a player monster type thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
It's like PvEVP.
Yeah. Okay.
It got Bruce in it.
It's got Bruce Campbell in it, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
So
about
it is Evil Dead,
Yeah,
basically.
fair. House of Ashes, created by the Until Dawn people.
Yeah, I really want Supermassive to do well with these because I liked Until Dawn
Yeah,
a lot.
great.
Until Dawn's really good. And then the next two in the Dark Pictures are pretty crap. Like Man and Medan and Little Hope have the same plot.
Oof.
So the fact they showed off a trailer that featured real monsters this time and not just people's hallucinations in their head. Sorry if anyone wanted to play those games, but they're all just in the people's heads. Yeah. Seeing as it has actual monsters and what seems like an interesting plot, I'm actually looking forward to playing House of Ashes.
Excellent. And then the final thing that's in bold is that Elden Ring will finally be released for 2022.
Genuinely, they could have shown this trailer and turned off the stream, and that would have been the peak.
like the chat was just like nearly up for the show was going like, "Where's Elden Ring?"
What's Elden Ring?
Elden Ring is the next game from Software, so the people who make Dark Souls and Bloodborne and Sekiro. Being made by I never remember his first name. Hidetaki Miyazaki, who's the president of From Software, and George R.R. Martin.
Oh, okay.
So it's an open world Souls-like fantasy setting, like Dark Souls, but with George R.R. Martin helping to write it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it looks like the culmination of all of Dark Souls and Bloodborne and
Yeah.
Sekiro all together.
All right. Okay. So definitely something people are excited for then.
It's
Yeah.
worth the broken fingers.
And it's finally got the release date. It's January 21st, 2022.
Yeah.
Ooh. Are you guys gonna get it?
I'm getting it, definitely.
Probably. I mean, it'll have to be out for a console I actually own.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
It's out for...
I'm not playing a Souls game on not on a controller. You can't play them with mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, that's very fair. That's very, very fair.
Yeah.
But that's
I need to catch up on these Souls games now because I've beaten Dark Souls 1 and 2. I need to beat 3 and replay Bloodborne.
I bought Bloodborne like almost a year ago now and still haven't played it.
God, why do you do this?
Because I get them on offer. I got it was 2 for $30 on Witcher 3 and Bloodborne, and I still haven't played either of them.
God, jeez.
Because I went, it was through my phase of I really want to play story games, and then realized that if you're gonna play a story game, you kind of have to finish the story of each one before you can go on to the next one. So I'm kind of just stuck playing one of them.
Yeah, but play Bloodborne is probably one of the best Soulsborne games. It's set in old Victorian time Britain and with a plague.
There's lots of Lovecraftian influence in it as well.
Oh,
yeah,
it's right up your alley.
Yeah, I need to play it still though.
You should.
But
I don't own it though, so
that's most of the news for Game Fest. Obviously, in the next few episodes, I'm sure we'll bring up what comes out on E3, if anything comes out.
On Nintendo Direct, and there'll be something.
Oh, there's going to be something. Okay, fair enough.
I actually got the list of the events. Apparently, tomorrow Ubisoft is tomorrow.
Remember when Ubisoft were a good game developer and didn't just make microtransaction games?
I didn't harass their employees.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow...
I remember when I liked Assassin's Creed.
Then on the 13th is Microsoft and Bethesda, Square Enix, Warner Brothers, and the PC Gaming Show.
PC Gaming Show is usually decent.
Okay. So...
Everyone's hoping for Elder Scrolls 6, because it is literally a decade since the last Elder Scrolls game this year.
Surely.
Skyrim is a decade old.
They'll re-release it somehow. Again.
For sure.
Fallout 5.
Look, as long as they just get it back to Obsidian, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, that's fair. You just want Obsidian to have it.
Yeah.
I just want Fallout New Vegas 2, even more Vegas.
Even more Vegas.
New Vegas.
It can't get any newer.
On the 14th is Take-Two and Capcom. I'm definitely going to watch the Capcom one because I hope they really announce new Street Fighter content or anything. And the 15th is Nintendo and Bandai Namco.
Well, Namco really punching above their weight there, aren't they?
They're really going on the same time as Nintendo Direct.
No, it's a couple hours later.
We're the guys who make crane game prizes and pachinko machines now. What are we going to do? We're going to go up against Nintendo.
That's Konami. That's not...
Bandai Namco make... I was going to say
Tekken.
Yu-Gi-Oh! It's Tekken, isn't it? Yeah.
That's Konami's Yu-Gi-Oh! Again.
Tekken 8.
Hey, actually survived from the lava. Spoilers.
Heihachi, the life.
Yeah.
It's just the whole game is just just playing Heihachi throughout his life.
I mean, we already did that in Tekken. I guess Tekken 1, Tekken 7.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, spoilers again, but...
Sorry, guys.
You get the point.
But now it's on to the bigger discussion. We have AEW Double or Nothing 2021, which was a 10-match card, including the pre-show. Shall we give off initial thoughts, or should we just go straight into each match?
Okay,
I liked it. It was fun.
I'm going to throw down the gauntlet then at the start. This is the best AEW pay-per-view.
Oh no!
I agree.
Oh no! Ah. I'm looking through each match and being like, is there any match that was a real stinker? There was, but also, it's so difficult because overall the show was really good, but the matches on Revolution were like iconic. Like, I think that's the problem here, is that like as an overall show, Double or Nothing, yes, had the better matches. I had that better overall matches, but the matches on Revolution, the ones that were great, were outstanding. So it elevates the show as high as possible. I'm really not sure. I'll go through the card and I will make my opinion then, whether you can persuade me or not.
Okay.
But we start off with the pre-show where Serena Deeb defeated Riho to retain the NWA Women's Championship. This was a very good pre-show match.
This is an excellent match.
Serena Deeb, as our friend decided to say when first being introduced to Serena Deeb, is that she has big MILF energy. This is not coming from us. We'd like to clarify, disclaimer, this is not coming from any of our opinions on the Geeky Grapplers podcast. We are just referring to a friend that we have outside of the podcast. Thank you very much. But yes, very good match. I always love Serena Deeb's finisher as well. That submission is super simple, but looks vicious because she can bend like crazy. It just really makes the lock look so good. And moving on to the opening match of the show, which was definitely a very good opening match. We had Adam Page defeating Brian Cage in a very, very excellent contest. To add context to it, Ricky Starks came out after being told they weren't allowed to interfere to give Brian Cage the belt to hit Page with. Brian Cage threw it back at Ricky Starks, and then
shout out to Starks for catching it like picture perfect catch
like
on the title.
As if it just teleported into his hands. It was fantastic. But then Adam Cage bookshot lariat for the win. Excellent match. Adam Page is still one of my favorite wrestlers in AEW, and I can't wait for him to be the world champion. He's gonna be the world champ. It's gonna happen. It has to happen. But yeah, absolutely great match. And Brian Cage still looks freaking great. And I can't wait to see what they do with Cage and Starks when Starks isn't broken. Poor Starks. I think I said it on the last time we tried to record this. It's like, it's so bad for Starks. He's so good. He's so freaking good. But we also had the AEW World Tag Team Championships, where the Young Bucks defeated Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston. The story coming out of it is that the Bucks have injured Jon Moxley by hitting him with the BTE trigger like 5 times.
In a row, yeah.
In a row. In terms of a Young Bucks match, it wasn't Page and Omega, but I feel like trying to compare any match to Page or Omega is kind of not fair.
That's bullshit. No.
Yeah.
You can't have the same match because that was a story-heavy match. It was a character match. So they're different kinds of matches. This match was completely excellent for what I didn't think this would be as good as it was because I don't really like throwing together tag teams.
Yeah, that's fair.
Here's two singles wrestlers who are good. Let's put them against an established tag team. I don't like that usually, but Kingston and Moxley did it really, really well.
Oh, absolutely. Moxley and Kingston complement each other so well. I say complement each other. They are basically the same person. So it makes perfect sense to have them together. They are a great team. We also had the Casino Battle Royal to crown a number one contendership for the World Championship, where Jungle Boy finally won, last eliminating Christian Cage. As we discussed earlier, Leo Rush was the Joker. Unfortunately, he's now having to retire. That's an issue. But Jungle Boy winning, thank God. Jungle Boy is the future. He is the future. Always will be the future. Yeah, he's not gonna win. He's not gonna win.
But he'll put up a valiant.
Put up a valiant
Big
fight.
disclaimer on that.
Yeah, sorry. I love him, but it's not happening, is it? It's not time. When it happens, it'll be great because everyone's gonna be singing Tarzan Boy, and he's gonna hold the title up. I'm gonna cry. It's gonna be so good. Was it the best Double or Nothing Casino Battle Royal?
Well, there's been 3 now. I'd say it's probably the best of them all.
Yeah, I think the first one was confusing. The second one, I genuinely don't even remember who won it. Oh, Lance Archer won it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think as well that because the thing they did differently this time was they had the people come out one by one, even in the pack order, and it meant that it actually had a battle royal or a Royal Rumble feel where you were like excited to see people come out.
Yeah, and it wasn't just everyone coming out at once. But yeah, great. And Christian Cage passing the torch as well to Jungle Boy at the end.
It was genuinely beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. But definitely a very good feel-good moment. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then we took a fucking nosedive as Cody Rhodes defeated Anthony Ogogo. God, this match was really did not live up to the hype of the amount of effort they put into this.
I feel because it was predictable. It was like so.
They overbuilt this.
Absolutely.
But I think this is the only meh match on this card.
Yes.
It's not even bad. It was just a little bit.
That's the thing, though. It's not like an objectively bad match. I can't go, no, I didn't like watching this. I wasn't interested in it, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah. The ending was confusing.
It was still good enough to be on the card. It's just it didn't match the caliber of the rest of it.
For Anthony Ogogo's second match? Well, first proper match, because I'm not counting Austin Gunn versus Anthony Ogogo. That wasn't a match. Anthony Ogogo did a very good job to say he's only recently learnt to wrestle. So absolutely fair enough to the guy. And he's partially blind or going partially blind. So good job. But yeah, like you say, it's kind of good that this was in the middle of the show because it kind of brought everyone down, but then it made every other match seem even better because, it couldn't get, in other words, it couldn't get worse than that.
Well, it could have gone worse.
It could have gone worse.
Didn't because everything else was amazing.
Yes, absolutely. Including Miro defeating Lance Archer to retain the TNT Championship. We all expected this match to be a quick match. It was the quickest match on the card at 9 minutes 50. It was just a big hoss fight, wasn't it?
It was just a hoss fight. It was two big boys beating each other up. It was a nice change of pace.
Yeah, I also liked that Lance Archer didn't tap out.
Yeah, he got knocked
game
out.
over. He passed out, which makes Lance Archer still look like a fucking beast. But yeah, Miro needs to hold on to that title for as long as possible. It suits him so well. He is just the big boss. This is what Miro should have been in WWE, throughout his entire run.
I'd like to say as well, he's a heel who won clean. He won completely clean.
Yeah, he did absolutely nothing wrong. He just was better than Lance Archer.
Even Lance tried to cheat more than he did.
Yeah.
Or Jake did.
Jake did. Yeah, Jake brought out the bloody snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, great match. Great match. Both of them were really good. But then everyone really enjoyed this match. The AEW Women's World Championship, where Britt Baker finally secured the championship by defeating Hikaru Shida. I've expressed before I'm not a big fan of Britt Baker, but I can completely respect the fact that she absolutely deserved it. Of all the people to take it off with Shida.
Can we also note the new title belt that they've given her? So that it's actually, a respectable size and not tiny. Thank you.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot bigger now, which is much better and looks really good on Britt Baker. But it was a fantastic match. I will not take that away from either of them. It was an absolutely fantastic match.
Yeah, it really was. It was a great match.
Yeah, and I hope Britt Baker has a good good story. I hope she has a good reign with it, because I think it's safe to say Shida's reign, yes, it was marred by COVID, but it wasn't exactly the most exciting match, like the most exciting feuds and stories, really. Like a lot of her stories were very much just like, oh god, we've got a pay-per-view coming up, throw her with this person.
See, that's why I think Britt taking the title can be a really good thing, because Britt has really good, like, heel promo ability. She's not necessarily, you might not necessarily think she's the best wrestler or even the best promo, but she's probably got the best to bring out of other people.
Yes. Yeah, she forces everyone else to kind of step up their game in a sense.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I think
be better
that's
than
good.
her. Yeah, congratulations to Britt Baker. Also, congratulations to Darby Allin and Sting for defeating the Men of the Year. Did you realize that their team name was Men of the Year? It is.
Yeah. Now you do.
Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. Can we just very quickly talk about the spot where Ethan Page just fucking yeets Darby Allin out of the ring, over the barricade, into the, like, wrestler crowd?
Yeah. On top of his own brothers.
On top of his own brother. It's crazy. Ethan Page. Oh.
And Darby. Let's
and Darby,
real.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, he's the bloody weight of a feather. He can,
yeah, I know.
Like, fair enough. But yeah, great match. I mean, I'll put my hands up and say I did not expect Sting to do as much as he did in this match.
Sting really, for how old he is, God, he can still wrestle.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, comparing him to Taker, oh my God, Sting is leagues ahead of him.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's 6-7 years older than him.
Given who was in this match as well, like, you couldn't have asked for 3 better people to, like, assist Sting in having a great match.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, Page and Sky. Is it safe to say they're underrated, or no? They're getting the credit they deserve. Really, they are very, very good.
They got for us to do Sting's return match. I think they're not underrated.
Yeah, that is fair. Yeah, absolutely. And Darby, I kind of want to see Darby go on his own now, but they are still kind of pushing this Darby Allin Sting feud. Not feud.
Well, obviously, he's his son.
Yeah, he's practically his son. Yes. But yeah,
they even had matching makeup. Like they went to the fair with the dad.
It was very
out as well. The VT before it, where like Sting just picked up Darby while he was
Darby was just skating, and he was just like, "Hey, son,
I was expecting PSA just being like, don't get in. If a strange man comes up to you with Sting makeup on in his car, don't get in that car.
You'll end up having a tag team match on Double or Nothing against Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. Like, sick! I'm getting in any car like that. And then we had the World Championship match, the Triple Threat, where Kenny Omega defeated Orange Cassidy and Pac. I can hear Flips' microphone coming on. He wants to say something.
No, there's nothing really to say about this one. It was a match, it was okay.
Tell us how you really feel.
It was, I think, the best match.
Yeah.
Of wrestling.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't think Kota Yoshihiko could be supplanted.
I didn't think so either. It was just a beautiful match. I don't know. It's one of the only times in a match where I felt myself like completely just falling into the match. Like,
suspension of disbelief.
One of the most, I think, I don't know. It was just amazing. Okay, it was just amazing. Even if Orange Cassidy didn't win, I think it's actually better that he didn't, because that way he can still keep being like the underdog for everyone to root for.
Yes,
but. God, it was amazing.
I mean, we've got to talk about the finish. Like, the crowd reaction was unreal. When Kenny hits Pac with every single title belt, and then Orange Cassidy hits him with the orange punch, crawls over to Pac to pin him. Aubrey Edwards runs out to a fucking massive reaction, by the way. That was crazy.
Yeah, we should say Bryce was down.
Yeah, Bryce was down. Yeah,
KO'd.
Bryce was down. Goes to pin Orange. Goes to pin. Was it Pac or Kenny?
It was Kenny.
It was Kenny.
And then
because
Kenny-
Kenny rolled him up. It was like no. Well, it was perfect. Like fantastic match. Has it got 5 stars? Surely.
The Meltzer ratings haven't come out yet, I don't
Wow.
believe.
I would have expected them to be out by now, but yeah, I mean, it should be. Should be 5
I'll
stars.
check.
I mean, Pac. We kind of all knew that Pac wasn't really in the running to win it, but good God.
Oh, actually, he has done it.
Oh, what have we got?
Okay, we have Hangman Page, Brian Cage got 4.5.
Nice.
Bucks and Mox Kingston got 4.75.
Damn.
And the Omega Pac Cassidy got 4.5.
Wow.
Stadium Stampede was not rated because he doesn't rate cinematic matches.
That's fair enough. Speaking of the Stadium Stampede, the Inner Circle defeated the Pinnacle.
Bruh, I'm not finished talking about the title match.
Oh, I see. Continue talking about the title match.
I think this is Kenny's best match in AEW so far.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Because this was New Japan Kenny again. This was hitting every fucking V trigger in the belt, hitting every move, every single little thing, all the little character work, all the everything worked in this match. This is, I think, genuinely the best AEW Championship match they've put on, just because of how well everyone did in it.
Yeah.
Even freaking Don Callis' spot was good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It was just a fantastic match. Like, even if you didn't have the Stadium Stampede on the show, if it ended on that, I think it would have been a great match. Like, it would have been a great show. Excellent. Don't need it. Great. Awesome. But yeah, such a good triple threat. And as I was just saying before, we talked about the Meltzer ratings. Even though Pac didn't really... Well, it was kind of obvious that Pac wasn't going to win in the nicest way to him. Good God, did he put on a show.
And, and there was some moments where it was really convincing he could win.
He could win, which is perfect.
That's genuinely one of the reasons why this is great, is it had that feeling of any one of these three could win this match.
Yeah.
Which is incredible for what they've done to Orange Cassidy. It's taken from a literal comedy wrestler to... He could legitimately pin one of the people who's considered one of the best wrestlers in the world, and another one of the people who's considered the best wrestlers in the world. And here's this guy in jeans.
And he almost did.
He almost did.
Yeah.
He was 1 second away from winning the
And
whole
the crowd
thing.
was so behind him winning it.
Oh my God. The fact that this was the first show back with a full crowd was perfect. Like, they were so hyped for every match on this card. Every single match got an amazing reaction, which is perfect. It shows how well we've finally come out after a year of just shit.
Hooray.
Is there anything else you want to talk about a triple threat match? Because this has been a very long segment.
No, we can move
It
on
was
to
good.
the Stampede now.
Excellent.
It was a great match.
Stadium Stampede, the half an hour long half cinematic match where the Inner Circle defeated the Pinnacle so they didn't have to disband. Was it as good as the first one?
No.
No, I think that I don't think you can actually have a match as good as the first one.
I agree.
Just yeah.
Yes, it
But
was fantastic.
It was
though.
fantastic in its own way.
Yes, definitely. It had... I think it's safe to say it had the better story
In it, yeah.
Yeah, the other one was just more like a...
Piss take that, yeah.
Let's see what wacky cinematic stuff we can do. Whereas this one was, these guys legitimately want to kill each other, and they're just going to do it throughout the stadium. I'm trying to think of notable moments now.
MJF getting office chaired over a railing for a table. That was pretty great. MJF getting fucking power bombed on the thing.
Yeah.
Why was everyone doing parkour in this match?
Sammy Guevara just must have played Mirror's Edge before shooting and was just like, yeah, I'm going to do that for the entire
he did like
match.
8 parkour spots. He did a backflip off a wall as one of his spots. over Sean Spears.
Yeah.
Sean Spears had that weird moment where he sat in a room full of chairs.
Oh, I don't know. That was a
He was
cool
a-
shot. That
He was a
cool.
Dark Souls boss.
Yeah, he really was.
I loved that shot though.
Yeah,
It was
pretty
great. It was a
perfect.
great shot, but I just love the idea that that's where Sean Spears hangs out and Dynamite.
He's not allowed to hang out with the rest of the Pinnacle. He just has to sit in the chair room.
Yeah.
But what I really like about this, and I think it was very good that they kind of is it subverted? I've forgotten what words do. They
Subverted, yeah.
they subverted their expectations by not having MJF and Jericho be the last two, and
Yeah,
having
that
it
was
being
good.
Shawn Spears and Sammy Guevara, because the reaction Sammy Guevara got for being the one to win the match for them. I've said so many times on and off camera that Sammy Guevara is. When I say when I've said everyone here is the future, Sammy Guevara is the future of AEW.
I thought Asuka was the future, but
No.
okay.
I thought Orange Cassidy was the
No,
future of AEW.
shut up. It's Sammy Guevara, and you will take no one else.
It is Orange Cassidy, and I'll fight anyone who disagrees.
But
What
yeah,
about Jungle Boy?
Also, Conan was in this match.
also Conan. Conan is the future of AEW. Do we need anything else? Can we end it on Conan is the future of AEW?
I think we can.
I think we can.
Cool.
And after that really big discussion, we are now on to the free app sales rep, where this time it is Lulu's turn to bring something to the table that he wants to discuss. He has 90 seconds to do so, and after those 90 seconds, the rest of us ask questions on that certain thing. So Lulu, you have 90 seconds. Are you ready?
I am ready.
That is good to know. You're going to start in 3, 2, go.
Okay, I am going to talk about a game that I've started playing recently, which is Persona 5. Breaker's already played it, so this is literally a pitch just to Flips, and Ian, who owns it, to fucking play this game, Ian. I've been putting off playing Persona because I thought I'd get drawn into it, and I'm now 20 hours in, having only done the first 2 palaces. I don't get why it works, but it does. It's this mix of life sim, visual novel, and combat turn-based JRPG that just works for some reason. It's not each of them, because I don't find the combat particularly interesting, and I'm not a massive visual novel fan, but the interplay between the two really, really works well, and it means that I give a shit about it. The characters are great. It is effortlessly stylish. The soundtrack is phenomenally good, and it's one of probably the best parts of the game, and I really love it. I don't think there's been a game that I've managed to sit down and play for like 6-7 hours straight like this in ages. Because I was ill, and I just started playing it, and I didn't stop. I started at like 9 a.m. I didn't stop playing until like 4 in the afternoon. It's fantastic. Done.
Cool, you had 5 seconds left.
Damn.
So yeah, as you've heard, Breaker's already played it, so I mean, I don't really think you need to pitch it to Breaker.
Breaker can inform me about the like later game shit, like
So
waifu options,
That-
basically.
That's what I was going to ask you. Are you interested? Are you interested in playing like the previous games?
Not really. I don't know anything about the previous ones. I only know that people recommend it to like be played because it's good, and that I'd be interested in playing Royal because I know there's more content in it, and I'd want to see what like different about it.
what about the dancing one?
I don't know, maybe.
The dancing ones. I
If
thought you were
it's-
going to say Strikers.
I would also try and play Strikers, but again, it's ones where I'd be like, I want to play the original through all the way first before I do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do recommend Persona 4 because that's probably my favorite one other than 3, which is the 3 is like the most dark. It's kind of weird time to think because 3 is the darkest one, 4 is like the more light-hearted one, and this one's kind of in the middle.
So like, I own Persona 5 as you mentioned, but I've not played it yet. Give me like a very quick general outline of like, what is it about? Because I have not played any of the Persona games, but yet I'm still engrossed in wanting to play Persona.
Okay.
Like literally like a 1-2 sentence thing of like what's going on.
Scooby gang of high school kids, all of whom with clashing personalities, simultaneously live out their normal high school lives while leading a double life as people who change the hearts and minds of bad people to make the world a better place. And they do that by fighting people with JoJo stands.
Mate, I'm sold on just that. that mix like visual novel, JoJo's, Kingdom Hearts, and fucking I don't know. I'm trying to think of a life sim I play, but I don't play any. No, that's pretty much already gave me loads of stuff. So like, gotta ask, favorite character so far?
For the meme, and so Breaker can laugh at it, Kawakami, from what I've just played, literally before we were on the podcast. In terms of actual like character development wise, Ryuji probably.
Okay.
I've not played that much. I've only played the first 2 palaces.
That's
So I've only got 5 of the party members. And I think there's at least 10. There's 2 more coming definitely, I know that. There's a third one I know of that I think has a palace like later on. But yeah, I just really like the characters are just fun. They're interesting characters.
excellent.
It's got a really interesting balance where it's sort of got that like Mass Effect thing, but it's got it better than Mass Effect, I think, where Joker, the protagonist, he's just the protagonist, has a personality, but you still direct that in certain ways because like you have dialogue choices.
Yeah, I remember hearing about dialogue choices, and it like, is it kind of still that idea where like everything matters? Like,
Not everything matters, but certain things like make characters like you more, and having characters like you this is where the interplay comes in. Is characters that like you personally, like if your teammates like you more or people you know in the world like you more, you get better benefits that you can then use in the metaverse, the other world, to fight better. So if you're friends with your teammates in real life, you get more abilities to fight with them in the other world, in the palaces.
Interesting.
I was gonna say, anything you want to ask, Flips?
Yeah. Okay. So you see, maybe it's something that's very pressing. Are there waifus in it?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay, I'm sold.
Can any of them die, Breaker? Because I'm sure Flips will pick that one.
No. No spoilers. No spoilers.
I've been staying quiet because of spoilers.
Wait, so the fact that you've played 20 hours, you've only got into the second palace.
Yeah, and as well, I should say, I rushed through second palace.
Jesus.
I like powered through. It took me 12 hours doing Kamoshida's, which is the first one. It took me 4 to do the second one. I did it as quickly as possible in game.
Well, that an ouch. Good God, man. It's gonna take ages if I start playing it.
Yeah, and then you're going to be like, oh, but I like Makoto and Futaba. I'm going to have to replay it to go and see both of their romance routes.
Good God, there's too many characters. No, I will end up playing it, I know for a fact.
I was going to mention a character, but you haven't seen them yet, so I've got to say stay quiet.
Yeah, I've got quite a busy month of July coming up, but if I can find the time, I will try to start playing Persona.
It is definitely a game you can play in chunks. You don't have to sit down and play like ages and ages and ages of it. I wouldn't say it's generous with like saves, but when you're in the palaces, there is lots of opportunity to do sort of gradual progress. Yeah, it's like the palaces are gradual, all the progression's pretty gradual, and like towards goals, it doesn't necessarily have too much of a like you have to do everything at once. You can very much go, I'm going to do this today. I'm going to get like one thing done and then just put it down. You could play it for like 20 minutes.
That's fair. And
I think that's really good because there's some games where you're like, yeah, I want to sit down and play it for ages. And there's some where you want to be like, I want to play like 10 minutes of this while I've got free time. And I don't think many can do it as well as Persona, where it's like, yeah, I could turn this on and play it for like 10, 15 minutes and return my DVDs or whatever to the DVD rental store. That's a thing. You can just watch movies.
Okay.
And get jobs.
Yeah, or I'll go and do my job and get some money and then turn it off. Or I'll go and do like a confidant activity and then I'll just turn it off. I want to do more with Anne. I'll go and do Anne's whatever confidant activity. I'll go hang out with Ryuji, whatever. But you can then also go, right, I'm going to just sit down and I'm going to do the next entire story arc.
I gotcha. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna ask Breaker if he has any questions, or if he likes the pitch, because you've already played the bloody game, so obviously you're going to say yes. I'm definitely gonna end up playing.
All I'm gonna say is Stan Harrow, and that's it.
Stan Harrow.
And that's it.
I will also say, I know, just like even if you don't want to play it, go and listen to some of the soundtrack. Life Will Change, instrumental, Blooming Villain, Beneath the Mask, any of these songs from soundtrack, if you can find them, because Atlas takes them all down off of YouTube and Spotify, whatever.
Ooh.
But people put them up. I love the fact they made a game about thieves and then a copyright talks. But yeah, there are some incredible songs in the soundtrack.
It's more Atlas doesn't want you streaming the games.
Yeah. Oh, and Last Surprise, which is the Katie Lee Williams cover of as well, who's the Ruby soundtrack singer.
Fun fact.
Which is the battle music. Absolutely fantastic.
Excellent. So as we can safely assume, we are all absolutely recommending Persona 5 for your enjoyment.
Yep.
You'll never see it coming.
Haha.
Alright, and with that we're moving on to the merch, where we will bring up things that we've bought during our time off, as well as look at the newest arrivals on Pro Wrestling Tees and pick which one we think is the best and the worst. Guys, what have you bought? Start with Flips.
Nothing. I haven't bought anything.
Excellent. Excellent. Lulu, I know for a fact you've bought something.
I've bought AEW figures and another Mario figure. I know.
I would never have guessed. Which ones have you got this time?
I got... which ones did I get? I got Guevara and Ortiz from the new series.
Nice. And you got
Forget
the
them.
Maya
What
as
mic
well.
did you get?
The knit sweater dress.
Ooh, very, very nice. As we can see on screen. I definitely remember to put it up. Nice. Anything else? Anything else? Very, very cool. Very, very cool.
I don't think I've got anything else.
No.
I've got a new bedroom.
Oh, you also have a new bedroom. Yeah, that's a big thing. Obviously.
I bought a TV today and a mini fridge.
Nice. Look at this guy being an adult.
Yeah, I'm such an adult. I need to have Coke literally
2
be right
feet
next to
away
me at
from
all
me.
times. Yeah.
Breaker, any merch?
I
any cool
bought
stuff.
I bought nothing as well.
Excellent. Other than the fact that I've bought a fucking apartment, I've also brought very little. I have received my second Nautilus album, Nautilus 2, as vinyl. It's pretty. It's so pretty. It's by my sister's Fugazi Shirt, who is a kind of lo-fi vaporwave artist. Again, I've talked about Nautilus 1 before. Fantastic album. Album 2, absolutely amazing. Cannot wait for him to release Nautilus 3, because I'm going to get it on vinyl, finish the collection. It looks great. Other than that, awesome. We didn't really buy a lot. To say we've been away since March, we kind of haven't bought anything. So, we move on to the best and worst shirt. We're going to start with the best because we like to keep things happy on this podcast. And today, we have decided to pick the recently released Dark Order Join Us shirt. Speaking of Persona, it's very Persona-esque.
It really is.
It really, really is. I mean, purple is my favorite color.
Purple's my favourite colour.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at that. We're a bunch of basic bitches who like purple.
Wrong,
How
purple.
dare you?
I think it's the perfect
In Pride Month of all
Oh,
months.
I know. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Just throw it out there. I think it's a perfect summation of aesthetic as a shirt, basically. It's absolutely the best Dark Order shirt. Is that safe to say? Yeah. Yeah, not including like the Uno and Brody Lee like normal ones. Like the generic Dark Order shirts, it's definitely the best one. I would definitely want to buy it. I've got like 4 shirts now that I really want to buy, but I just haven't had the money to do so. So let's hope and pray, maybe. Sorry, I'm just having to scroll up because this is a shirt that we picked very, very recently. Well, I say very recently. We did this a little while ago, and we still haven't found a shirt that's worse than it. It's the Chelsea Green 50 Shades of Green t-shirt. Oh, sweet
also
Jesus.
green.
It's green. It's so green. It's so green you can't read the green on the green t-shirt. Oh,
That's some green.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's not easy being green.
It's not easy being green. Great, someone
Yeah,
had
it
to
is.
make the joke. It's just not good, is it? Really? It's what can be said about it other than Jesus Christ? It's green.
Chelsea Green could hire her t-shirt designer and get better shirts.
You had a point though, Breaker, about the shirt.
Yeah, I said that if the background shirt was a different shade of green, like a darker one, it could have been better.
I think if it was just not green,
like a headed gray or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
not a black shirt, but put it on like a nice grey or even a white. No, maybe a white would work quite well as well.
Green and white, it's an interesting color combo.
Well, I remember having a Monster T-shirt like that, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's Monster.
Green.
That's what I
Yes,
mean. That's
and
what I'm
black.
talking about. Yeah, it's green, and it had a white T-shirt. It was really good. But yeah, damn, that was a quick fire merch review. God damn. Hopefully, we'll have bought something in the next episode because Jesus Christ. I still need to get a few more things for the apartment, honestly. So hopefully, I'll be able to go, hey guys, I got something. But yeah. Awesome. Let's end this podcast with the outro. And with that, we have made it to the end of the Geeky Grapplers podcast, episode 6. It's a lot shorter than some of our other podcasts, but we've all got a few places to be. So we will bounce back onto a normal schedule as we did for the first few episodes. We will try very hard to get back onto it. We now have somebody manning the social media, Breaker. So hopefully we'll be able to post on the Twitter a lot more at Geeky Grapplers. You can find it down below. Follow us. We've posted like 2 tweets in the space of months. Help us, please, God. But yeah, this has been the Geeky Grapplers podcast, episode 6. If you enjoyed it, the basic likes, subscribes, and the bell thing, because apparently YouTube really likes the bell. It likes the ding-a-ling-a-lings of a bell. Is there anything you guys want to add to the
Play
outro?
Persona 5.
Yeah.
We need to teach you how to do outros, I
We really
guess.
need to teach you how to do outros. I'm not very good at them.
All right. So if you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and please do us a favor and ring that bell. It definitely will help us in the long run. Thank you.
And do me a favor and comment to tell Ian to play Persona 5.
Also,
Comment anything. It's really good for.
yeah,
it's
also
really
just
good for,
comment,
like-
yeah, for metadata. Also, support your local indie promotions. Support your local indie talents. Happy Pride Month to everybody. I said, everybody. Support wrestling. Support everything. Good God, everything's burning. I'm burning.
Yay,
It's sweaty.
get your
I'm
vaccine.
hot. Get your vaccine, you
Hooray.
fucking noobs.
Noobs.
Bye, guys.
Noobs. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye. Bye.